Hi Libra, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Nina and today we are doing November predictions for you. This may apply to Libra Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take what resonates with you and leave the rest that doesn't. Don't force a message to resonate if it just doesn't. And yeah, so sorry for missing your birthday, Libra. I hope that your season treated you well and that you had a good time overall. Next year, we'll try again next year with the October readings. But yeah, so today we are focusing on what's going on for you in November. So let's see what's gonna happen. So what's tea. So 3 cards fell out. Let's see what's happening here. So we have the Fool reversed that just came out. We have Judgment reversed, okay. And then the Moon reversed, holy shit, okay. And then we have the 3 of Pentacles. So maybe this is relating to social networks or social interaction or friend groups or something like that. We have Death reversed. And then we have the 2 of Cups, and then bottom of the deck is the Wheel of Fortune. So it seems as though, Libra, there is a lot of change that is happening or that needs to happen for you in the month of November with this Wheel of Fortune, and almost this sort of relinquishing of control, letting go of certain expectations or letting go of certain attachments that you might have. And it seems that this might be the case for you where you might be attached to an old way of living, an old chapter of your life, something that you have basically outgrown, possibly in the last few weeks or months or days or whatever the case may be. And it seems as though you don't really want to go back to it. There is a sense of comfort and, of course, a sense of attachment to this thing, to this place, to this job, this school, this major, this physical environment that you might be living in. And even though you might be kind of uncomfortable in the sense that you feel that you are stuck, it seems that there's a stronger attachment to that thing than the desire to like move forward, I guess you could say. Because we do have Judgment reversed, which is like history repeating itself and almost like being in denial of a lesson that has to be learned, not really wanting to face something, not wanting to face something head on, possibly just being in denial or turning the other cheek in terms of some sort of lesson that needs to be learned, of some sort of change that needs to occur within your life, some sort of change that you might need to bring upon yourself into your life, if that kind of makes sense. And then we have the Moon reverse. And so this is showing me that a lot of repressed feelings and emotions are likely coming up for you in November, which makes sense because it's Scorpio season and Mercury's retrograde in Scorpio right now. And then I'm pretty sure eventually Venus is going to be in Scorpio, or yeah, I'm pretty sure if it's not already, like Venus is going to be in Scorpio eventually one of these days soon. So I mean, planets are going into Scorpio, bitch, is what I'm telling you. And so there's a lot of things coming to the surface, right? A lot of repressed emotions, whether it's shame, guilt, just or just overall stagnation, overall lack of fulfillment, insecurity, whatever the case may be, right? A lot of things, those things are coming to the surface, and they might be things that you might consider ugly or uncomfortable, or they are they provide some sort of sense of dissatisfaction, right? Because they're not fun, they're not easy. It's a lot of shadow sort of feelings, shadow self type of stuff, and no one really likes to deal with that shit. So it's almost as though you're finally being hit in the face directly with whatever it is that you need to be dealing with whatever it is that you may have been avoiding for however long it may be. It kind of feels like lately, or just in general, you might have been kind of just settling for certain things, right? Settling for a job, settling for this major, settling for a certain relationship, whatever the case may be, right? Maybe for a lot of you, it is relationships, because I know that with Mars retrograde in Aries. That's in your 7th house if you're a Libra rising. So, you know, relationship issues might be a thing for you. So with that being said, this is just showing me that sort of resistance to change and basically not being able to ignore whatever it is that you may have been pushing away for so long. You know what I'm saying? And we have death reverse, which is like the resistance to change and that stagnation that follows the resistance to change, right? That dissatisfaction, that knowing that you're stuck and that something needs to give, but not really wanting to do the thing that you have to do, that you know that you have to do within your heart. Okay, anyways. So we have the 3 of Pentacles. This to me kind of reads to me as the advice for you to consult with friends, to vent to friends, and to perhaps get the opinions, the advice of other people, to get their outside perspectives. But also with the 3 of Pentacles, I wonder if this is also kind of saying or acknowledging that you have been putting in the work in whatever the situation is, right? Maybe you have been putting in the work in this relationship, right? You have been putting in your part. And maybe you feel as though the other person hasn't been putting in their part, and maybe you feel maybe that has been going on for a while, and maybe multiple discussions have been brought up, and maybe this has been brought up multiple times to this person, right? And little to no change has been made in terms of the situation, in terms of the friendship, or in terms of the relationship, right? No progress has been made. And so it's kind of almost like a one-sided sort of thing, a very imbalanced thing. And you know, as a Libra, you like balance, you like harmony, you like for things to be equal and for things to be just. And it seems as though that is kind of being brought to the forefront for you, where something in your life is simply unjust, or it is simply out of equilibrium, and for a while you may have allowed that to happen because you wanted to keep the peace or keep whatever sense of harmony you had constructed, whatever you had left of harmony that was constructed, or what you settled for as peace and harmony. And you know, that's just being brought to the forefront here with that Moon card reversed and everything. And it seems that with this 2 of Cups here, I guess what the overall advice is just like, maybe it's time to start putting yourself first and to not stop worrying so much less, but to begin to maybe set people to the side for a bit and begin focusing a lot more on what you want and what fulfills you and what works for you, rather than just settling for whatever works for other people, you know, trying to keep the peace. Possibly being a people pleaser or bending over backwards to make everyone else happy. Meanwhile, you're not all that happy, right? There is that lack of balance again. So yeah, and also with that 3 of Pentacles, I wonder if this is also kind of bringing attention to or asking you to reflect on whether this relationship or this job dynamic or the school dynamic or whatever the case may be, whether it has been equal and whether you have put in all of the effort that you could. And if you have, then how much more effort are you going to put in until you are completely exhausted from trying to make things work? Does that make sense? So yeah, stepping out of one's comfort zone is really scary and it's really uncomfortable. I can definitely understand that for you, Libra. And I know that with everything going on, not just in the world, like outside world, but like in terms of like transits and astrology, it's been hard for cardinal signs, for Libras, Capricorns, Cancers, Aries and stuff, with all of the cardinal stuff that is happening in the sky right now. So I know that it has been really challenging for a lot of us cardinal people. I'm a Cancer stellium, so I've been going through it, bitch. But I feel that once you kind of get the ball rolling on the change, you'll realize how necessary it was and how it's something that has needed to happen for a while. And I think that you'll realize, or maybe see the bigger picture of it all, and maybe even begin to build momentum once you see the progress that you begin making, once you make choices for yourself that fulfill you and that sort of thing. So yeah, that's basically what I have for you, Libra. I hope that resonates. I hope that you were able to get something out of this. And yeah, maybe journaling might be helpful for you with this moon card reversed. Maybe journaling or venting, like I said, to other people to get you to talk about your feelings and allow you to reflect on them and analyze them and things along those natures. So things along those lines, so that you can get different perspectives and, you know, look at things from a different angle and so on and so forth, so that you can get an ultimate, unbiased, objective truth, if you will, on the certain situation, so that you can figure out how you want to move forward from this point on. So yeah. All right, well, that's it. That's all I have for you. I hope it resonates. I hope you were able to get something out of it. If you did, let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, if you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do so at sinfulpluto.com. Oh my god, like the light is like fucking me up, dude. And if you want to follow me on social media, you can do so on Twitter and Instagram at Sinfulpluto. With that being said, I will talk to you later. Bye.